Well, the International Labour Organization launched World Day Against Child Labor in 2002 to focus attention on the global extent of child labor and the action and efforts needed to eliminate it. So each year on 12 June, the World Day brings together government, employers and workers, organizations, civil society, as well as millions of people from around the world to highlight the plight of child laborers and what can be done to help them. Indeed, this is a conversation that we have every year, but Roland, we also do know that this persists. We tell the story of children who are, doing hardcore jobs each time, even in our country.
And it's a serious issue that has been consolidated by the socio-cultural, perhaps behavioral attitudes that we have. And I remember with my agency, I did some work about a couple of years ago on especially child labor in cocoa and partly in the fishing industry. And you get to find that because customarily, traditionally, it's a normal thing to have a child helping on a farm, or let's say on a fishing trawler, or perhaps in a canoe somewhere. We don't tend to see the gravity or the extent to which we tend to abuse the children in that light, because children are young, they are feeble by their body structure, and so there's only a certain load of work that they can do, and so it puts the narrative also in a twofold perspective. More importantly, what do we need to do? Do we say that traditionally, because people need to have their children help on the farms, or perhaps in the world of work, we continue making the children work, or more so, we have to say that the right of the children need to be respected, and to what extent, and how does that also synchronize with tradition and the modern day need to have the rights of children respected?
Yeah. Let's have a conversation around the theme for Ghana, Roland, because the theme is mobilizing resources for effective implementation of the National Plan of Action. Is a mouthful. What goes into this? How are we tackling this? Because not too long ago, Kwetenate also told a story of child slavery. People in the same vein, people who give their children out to be used for hard labor, but essentially this is child slavery. We've got Glorin Chaymensa, who is Managing Director, Participatory Development Associates, who's joining us via Skype for a conversation. Good morning to you. Thanks for your time.
Good morning. Thank you too.
I just want us to look at the theme again because there are many questions to ask. It looks like it's a big theme for us in Ghana, but really, what's our focus?
Well, I work in civil society, and I think what we are interested in civil society in doing is not just to work and eliminate child labor from the angle of trying to just stop it. We need to go to the root of what is causing it. We want to look at the family structures. We want to look at the community and structures that are in place. What is it that we have lost from those days where Ghana and West Africa were places where children were really protected, and now our children are being victimized? So from a civil society angle, we are more interested in tackling it from the roots and working with the community.
I guess if you go to the roots, you would find poverty at the core of this, because most of the time when we do stories around this, that's one of the things that you get to find. The reason people even sell their children is because of money, is because of poverty. So by that, how do we eliminate that? Is that something that we can ever eliminate?
Well, it's not that we can completely eliminate poverty, but we can work with parents, especially single mothers, to realize, for instance, if we tackle the issue of family planning, why should you have 8, 9 children when you cannot afford? If a woman a single mother has 8 children, she could do better at that same economic, situation. If she had 2 children, perhaps she'll be better able to take care of them. So we want to have a multifaceted attempt to taking care of this problem, and not just thinking about taking the children from slavery and then.
Hello, Glorin, if you can still hear me.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right. Do we have any success stories to share in our attempt to curb this?
Yes, we do. And there are different civil society organizations that have been tackling this problem from different angles. And one that springs to mind is Free the Slaves. There's another organization called Challenging Heights. We have the National Justice, and each one of them have got little successes. They might not be very big, but they have successes where they are working with parents, they're working with community, they're working with the traditional authorities, as well as trying to look at how the legal system can set an example for prosecuting those who perpetrate the act of trafficking children.
But this is all from the, the civil society point of view. What can government do differently that can help even the actions of civil society?
Well, for example, child labor in cocoa, for many years, Ghana has been working on the elimination of the worst of child labor in cocoa. So we are not actually writing government. Government has done quite a lot. They've tried to work with communities to set up schools in rural communities and things like that. It is not perfect, but at least the government is making an attempt. And so the civil society is trying to blend in our actions with the government sector so that together we can make big leaps to try to eliminate this problem, which is affecting the next generation.
So your organization, Participatory Development Associates, where you are director, how are you marking this day?
Well, and at PDA, we believe in a lot of advocacy work. So we've been working and collaborating with other civil society organizations, advocating on child labor. I think we've heard about the IJM, what came out, we were part of collaborating to get those kind of results out. So we do a lot of research. So we provide the evidence which is then used for advocacy in the area of child labor.
Before we end this conversation, which is our most critical area? Where should we be focusing our attention on as a nation?
Well, child labor is prevalent in agriculture, fishing, and mining. And I think that those are different industries that our economy depends on. So the earlier the government and civil society starts tackling the issue of why are children used in those areas of mining, fishing, agri, the easier it is for us to resolve this problem.
All right, we have to end our conversation here, and hopefully we can have a sit down and have a longer conversation, but we're grateful for your time this morning. Thanks for speaking to us on this subject. That's Mrs. Glowin Chairman, the Managing Director of Participatory Development Associate, on this day when we're marking a day against child labor.